viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another video. People, in today's video, we want to discuss whether it is a good idea to introduce a law that says if you have a criminal past, a criminal history, if you have spent time in prison for a crime outside of politics, if it's not a politically related crime that you served time for in prison, you should not be allowed in politics. Is it right to have criminals in our parliament? Is it fair to have people who have criminal past records or criminal histories to be allowed in government? What do you think about that? Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holler. Whee! People, should politicians who have criminal records or politicians who have served time in prison, should they be allowed to form political parties? Should they even be allowed in politics? Now, I'm not talking about political prisoners, because obviously, if you're a political prisoner, you are involved in politics. That's your career choice. So you have to be in politics because you were arrested fighting for political reasons. On the other hand, if you were a criminal prior to then changing your life to become a politician, should the law allow people who have criminal records to become politicians and then eventual, possibly, country's leaders? So, if let's be real, most companies don't hire you if you have a criminal record, right? Most professions don't regard you as a legitimate person if you have a criminal record. They will always refer to your criminal record the minute you step out of line. Should politics, should the law adopt that same stance? I think it should. The reason I'm saying this is because South Africa's politics, to be honest, has now turned into a farce. I don't want to lie. It's like more rogue elements, more criminally minded, criminally thinking, unsavory, I don't know what words to use, are beginning to permeate in the political space. It seems to me like anyone who's got money, anyone who's got a criminal past, anyone who's got access to people who have influence or anything of that nature qualifies one to get into politics. Now, there are a few names that we could throw out of the hat or pick out of the hat, whichever way you want to term it. I mean, if we look at the people that have criminal history, right, they have now gotten into politics, I don't know if those people are making meaningful changes. I don't know if those people have the qualities to become leaders that people can actually take seriously. One thing that I do admire, though, is that criminally minded or people with a criminal past have a good marketing strategy. They know how to sell themselves to the people. But is that enough, though? I'm beginning to think that to become a politician, there should be certain criteria put in place. I mean, to be honest, the role of politicians should be set to those who have what we would consider the brightest minds of all. Because at the end of the day, the future of the nation rests on the shoulders of these individuals. So if we have the brightest minds in the country running the day-to-day operations of the country, one will be rest assured knowing that our country is in good hands, right? Aside from outside forces that could obviously deter, derail the meaningful impact that the bright minds will be trying to implement. So, if I said to you, to become a politician in South Africa, one should have at least business degree, right? Because at the end of the day, running a country is effectively running a business, because that's what countries are. They basically just one big, massive business, right? Because there's balance sheets, there's income statements, there's outgoings, there's expenditures, profit and losses, you name it. What impact, what change, what positivity, what negativity would such a law bring if we were to implement the degree only, no criminal record, no stain on your working social life? No, you got to come as clean as a whistle. Would that be a better fit for South Africa? Now, I'm saying this here because of obviously the current landscape that South Africa finds itself in, because honestly speaking, there are people that are in parliament now that have no business being in parliament. Why am I saying this? Simply because of the way the people act, the way the people respond, the way the people talk. Some people, I'm even shocked they even have degrees, but when they speak, when they open their mouth, it's like they didn't even study anything. And then you're shocked to learn when you go and do your research on the person that the person is actually a university graduate with a BCom, with a cum laude. And you're thinking, so if you've got all of that, why do you think like this? Why do you say these things? Why do you act like this? Why? You see, this becomes a two-edged sword. Because if you look now to other countries, like for example, I always give the example of Zimbabwe's president Robert Mugabe, who had something like 7 or 9 degrees, well-educated man. He was a teacher. I think he was a teacher in Ghana at some point, you know. And the man was a brilliant thinker. The man's mind, even when he spoke with elegance. He spoke like an English person. He spoke words and that. And then if you see the things he didn't match his qualifications. So would it be wrong for us now to implement would it be wrong for us to implement a strategy or a law that says minimum is a degree, any sort of a degree, but you have to have a degree, and that degree has got to um, that degree's got to correlate with the work or the portfolio that you're going to be getting. So, for example, if you have a degree in, let's just say, accounting, a degree in mathematics, then surely you should be in the finance, in the tax, in the what department. Fine. If you have an engineering degree, you should be in the, I don't know, in the mines portfolio, in the sector, agricultural sector, in the what technical sectors. There's no need. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong, but I don't I don't from a layman's perspective, I cannot see the correlation between an engineering degree and finance department. You studied engineering, you didn't study finance. So how do you now, you with your, just because you have a degree means that you can now become the minister of tax, the minister of police, no. Did you study something in line with your portfolio? Is what I'm saying. Maybe that would help. It is only natural that if you have a degree in agriculture, obviously you have to fall in the agricultural department, the minister of agriculture, that portfolio. If you studied social services, you have a degree in social worker, whatever that degree, whatever it is, that it's a diploma degree that deals with social work and social whatever, social development, you should be in that department. There's no reason to get a person with a degree in gymnastics going to become now the minister of freaking land claims, the minister of land. I mean, another issue that gets to me is there's so many departments that we have that we really just don't need. I think our government is over bloated, not bloated, over bloated. We have departments that we actually really don't need that could easily fall into other existing departments before new ones were created, like Minister of Women and Children, Minister of Electricity. I mean, the Minister of Police. So if there's a Minister of Police, then what is the Minister of Safety and Security there for? If there's a Minister of Women and Children, then what is the Department of Social Development there for? I'm thinking anything that deals with social problems is where that would fall under. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong. But do we need these standalone portfolios? And then that person's getting paid 1.2 million a month, oh, I mean a year, annually for that. Is that 1.2 million not better used in service delivery than paying a salary to an to a person in a portfolio that clearly falls under another ministry, an existing ministry at that, you know? So those are the two things that are actually looking at, right? Criminal people with criminal pasts. And can we not cut down our budget? Because I mean our government is too big. I know of other countries where they have 14 ministers. And that's it. The entire country is run by 12 ministers and a president. President, 9 ministers. President, 10 ministers. Done. But no, not only do we have a president, no, not only do we have ministers, we have deputy ministers, we have MECs, we have, bro. I know we're trying to create employment, but nah, that's not the way to go. You want to create employment? Expand the army, expand the police force, expand the nurses, expand the service sector. That's what I think. Don't be coming here creating jobs in a parliament. creating jobs inside a government that's got nothing to do with serving the people on the ground. You want to expand the government? You want to expand the government? Hire more consultants on the ground, hire more clerks, hire more people that help the people on the ground. That there's no long queues. There are more tellers, more whatever to cut the queues. That's where you hire people, not up there, people that don't even get to interact with the public, but get the most money. That's just totally wrong. That's just where I think. You know what I mean? So maybe I'm wrong again. Like I'm saying, no one is perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I'm almost nearly there, but I'm not perfect, right? I mean, first it's Elon Musk, then me. That's just the way I see it. I mean, there's no other people that are more brilliant than me and Elon Musk. You know what I mean? And I can admit, knowing that Elon Musk is better than me. Some people don't even regard that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, anyone can be a genius at whatever they want to be a genius at. You just have to pick your niche. That's what I'm trying to say in a sarcastic way, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that we have a bloated government. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that our government employees are overpaid and under delivering, right? Sorry, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that the people that are now in parliament really do not deserve to be in parliament. Really now, it's just a job. It's not a calling, but a job. It's like now, I've got a degree. I have friends affiliated to a party. Let me ask for them. Let me ask them for a position. Let me get in there. For other people, it's just another payday, a big payday at that. I mean, I don't understand how you can come from having nothing to just wiggling your way into some political party, make your way to parliament. Damn, 100,000 a month. I mean, that's like that's like a life hack, you know? Like, what are you good at? I'm good at talking. Okay, good. We're going to choose you. You're going to go to parliament for us because you just know how to talk. That's it. I mean, it has come down to that. Like, we now have people in parliament, even in ministerial positions, that are not there on merit, but are there because they have connections and friends in high places. And I totally understand the fact that in politics, there are people that have helped our leaders in the past to get to where they are today. I can tell you now for the fact that during the struggle, there are many people that we have no clue who they are, that have helped Nelson Mandela, Jacob Zuma, Cyril Ramaphosa, you name them. We haven't heard of these people. We probably don't even know them, never heard of them. Then it comes out later that these are the same people now that, oh, you see, this person is getting a contract because he knows that person, because that person owes those people or that person a favor, a deal, a contract, a tender, because of what he or she or they did for the leader prior to independence or to freedom. I totally get it. Life is like that, right? You help those who help you. I totally understand it. But because it's politics, it's seen as nepotism, it's seen as favoritism, it's seen as cadre deployment, it's seen as all these other things. And that's the unfortunate reality of life. Now, I don't mind favoritism, cadre deployment, nepotism. I don't mind all that. But it's got to be in the context of giving the right position to the right person. I know you helped me during the struggle. I will check your strengths and your weaknesses, and I will do you a favor by putting you in a position or in a department that best suits your strengths. That's the way it should be done. Not just taking, oh, it's my friend, so I'm giving him the ministerial position of finance minister because he helped me with money back in the revolution days. Come on. It doesn't work like that. Just because someone helped with money doesn't mean that person is a financial genius or a financial whiz. No, it doesn't work that way. So please, let us Moving forward, let us think of better ways to get the right people into the right positions. And let us look at qualifications and let's look at criminal history. Let's look at the past of these people before we just elevate them to these positions of higher power. Let me know what you think about this video. Was I on the money or did I totally miss it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holler.